Hi guys, today we are going to discuss another topic which is important topic, nephron. Okay, nephron are the tubes which is functional and structural and functional unit of the kidney. Okay, kidney is going to filter the urea from the blood, which is the nephron are the main parts they can involve in the filter. Okay, yeah, we are going to discuss the structure of the nephron today class. Okay, yeah, what is the structure of the nephron? First we are going to discuss where it is located. Okay, how many nephrons are there in the kidney? Each kidney has 10 lakhs nephron, mean 1 million. Okay, two kidneys has 2 millions, mean 20 lakhs nephrons are there. Nephrons, there is a number of nephrons are going to work reduce as per aging. Okay, yes, we are going to discuss the nephron location and structure. Okay, yes, and yeah, it is kidney, the nephron located where? Kidney has two parts. Kidney has two parts, cortex region and medullary region. This is the medullary region, has medullary pyramids. This is the conical shape pyramids or medullary pyramids. Each kidney 12 to 15 pyramids are there. 12 to 15 pyramids are there each kidney. Okay, yeah, if come to the nephron, this is the renal artery further divided into the arteriole. These arteriole are, they can enter from the columna of Bettin and finally they can reach medulla. Okay, this renal artery further divided into arteriole, efferent arteriole and efferent arteriole. Mean there are 10 lakhs nephron, mean 10 lakhs efferent arterioles are there. Mean the renal artery, they can divided into the 10 lakhs times in the each kidney. Okay, 10 lakhs times they can divide it. So this is the place where there is a glomerular. Glomerular nothing but it is the blood vessel, right? This is capillary network. Okay, yeah, we will going to discuss in the slide. Nephron has two parts, glomerular and renal tubule. Renal tubule. Okay, glomerular and renal tubule. Glomerular is nothing but it is the renal artery. Renal artery which is enter into the kidney. Enter into the kidney, further divided into arteriole, efferent arteriole, and glomerular capillary network and efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole later on efferent arteriole again converted into the capillary network. Got it? Got it? This is the renal tubule, which is filter tubule. Made up of with epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue. So, nephron has two parts, one is circulatory part and one is like renal part. Okay. So, renal part made up of with epithelial tissue, circulatory part which is glomerular, which is comes under the renal artery, okay, further divided into capillary network. Okay. So, how they form we are going to discuss. Okay. Are you clear up to here? Are you clear? Yes. Nephron structure. Structure of nephron. Okay. This is about renal tubule. Okay. Glomerular, okay. Renal vein, renal artery, this is efferent arteriole, This is efferent arterial, efferent arterial and efferent arterial. Hi guys, online, any doubts? You can raise your doubts in the chat box. Okay? Yes. And guys, just look into this. I'm going to ask you some questions here in this diagram. A blood vessel which is artery, they can end with the capillary. Artery can end with the capillary. The vein, they can start with capillary. Vein is start with capillary, artery end with capillary, right? But here capillary network, this is the capillary network. Why this vein, here vein started, so why vein here did not started? After capillary network, there is again arterial started. From the capillary network, again arterial started. Efferent arterial, capillary, they made capillary. After that, efferent arterial started instead of vein. Why? What is the condition here? This is a different scenario, right, in the body. So what happened here? Glomerular is the capillary network. Okay? This is Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule and glomerular together we can call Malpighian body. One circulatory system, one excretory system together to form Malpighian body. This is PCT, proximal convoluted tube. This is Henle loop. This is DCT, distal convoluted tube. This is collecting duct. The question, why efferent arterial, why glomerular, why glomerular, capillary network, again started arterial. This is the question for you guys. This is the question for you. Okay? The main function of the capillary is what? As usual, the blood vessel which is artery, they can carry oxygen, right? The main function of the capillary is what? They can give the oxygen into the tissue, or else they can take the carbon dioxide from the tissue. The process which is called diffusion. Capillary is the structurally they are suitable for the diffusion. Because of capillary as 2 layers only, the artery is 3. So here the main function is not yet over here. The glomerular main function, glomerular capillary network, that is the function here involved in the filter instead of distribution of gas. Filter, right? They can filter urea here, but give the oxygen not yet over here. Again, efferent arterial to form capillary network around the nephron to give the oxygen around the nephron. Got it? Got it? Yes. This is about capillary network. What about renal tubule? Renal tubule made up of with epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is what? Epithelial tissue is what? Tissues in the body. How many in the human body tissues? 3, 4. 4. Okay. First one, epithelial and connective tissue and muscular and neural tissue. These 4 kind of tissue are there in the human body. Everything, every cell, every tissue, every organ comes under these 4 tissues only, right? These are originated from the 3 germ layers, right? 3 germ layers are what? Ectoderm. This is ectoderm. And mesoderm. This is mesoderm. Okay. Endoderm. This is endoderm. Right? These 4 kind of tissue originated from the 3 germ layers. 3 germ layers are the stem cells. They can give the ability to give the tissue and cells. Okay. So, guys, this connective tissue, muscular tissue, they originate from the mesoderm. Okay. Connective tissue and muscular tissue originated from the mesoderm. Neural tissue is originated from the which germ layer? Ectoderm or endoderm? Neural tissue, which is originated from the which germ layer? Tell me. Ectoderm. So, we will give yellow. Neural tissue which is originated from the ectoderm. Epithelial tissue is originated from the which germ layer? Endoderm. Right? Endoderm. 3? Ayesha. Which germ layer is epithelial tissue originate? They originated from the 3 germ layers, guys. Okay. Epithelial tissue is originated from the 3 germ layers. This is important. That's why epithelial tissue are everywhere in your body. Like there are organ surface, okay, organ internal structure, in the blood vessels, in the skin. Everywhere epithelial tissue is there. Okay? Yes. Why I am telling this mean you have to need the basic knowledge about it. Okay? They can ask you such questions in the NEET also. Guys, if come to the nephron, okay? PCT is made up of with which type of epithelial tissue? PCT is made up of with which type of epithelial tissue? This is the question. Which type? PCT is made up of with cuboidal epithelial tissue. Cuboidal. This is important for exam. Okay? Cuboidal. Cuboidal mean brush border cuboidal, brush border. Brush border cuboidal. Like these are looking like this, guys. Like this, okay? Brush border cuboidal. This is the basement membrane. Okay, brush border cuboidal, base membrane. Okay, these cells, they can involve in the absorption. Okay, these brush border involve for the absorption. Absorption. Okay, yeah, and the Bowman's capsule, which is made up of with what kind of epithelial tissue? Bowman's capsule made up of with what type of epithelial tissue? This is important. Bowman's capsule made up of with what kind of epithelial tissue? I will give you a clue. Squamous, Bowman's capsule made up of with squamous epithelial tissue. Squamous epithelial tissue, which is like slender like structure, involved in the filtration. Here involved in the absorption. Squamous epithelial tissue, they can involve in the filtration or diffusion. Okay? This cuboidal epithelial tissue involved in the absorption or secretion. Okay? Yes. And a DCT, which is made up of with what kind of epithelial tissue? DCT. This is brush border. DCT is made up of with which type of epithelial tissue? Cuboidal. That is brush border, this is cuboidal. DCT. Okay. And Henle loop. Henle loop made up of with which type of epithelial tissue? Henle loop. Squamous epithelial tissue. Squamous epithelial tissue. Henle loop is made up of with squamous epithelial tissue. Okay, I hope you guys clear about the structure of the nephron. Nephron structure. There is a glomerular which is made up of with efferent arteriole and efferent arteriole glomerular capillary network, which is close to the Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule is the capsule which is cup-like structure of the renal tubule, which is made up of with squamous epithelial tissue which is proximally near to the glomerular. PCT is part which is proximally near to the Bowman's capsule, which is made up of with brush border cuboidal epithelial tissue for the absorption. Squamous epithelial tissue in the Bowman's capsule, which is involved in the filtration, and there is secretion absorption of the squamous epithelial tissue which is going to take place in the DCT cuboidal. Okay. Here Henle loop also squamous epithelial tissue. Okay. I hope you guys understand this, the tube and the capillary network. Okay. We are going to discuss the next part. location of the nephron, where it is located? I am going to ask you one question. PYQ, one question PYQ I am going to ask you. NEET 2019, NEET 2019. 2018 I think, 2018 NEET, 1 minute. Hello ma'am. Ma'am, I am in class. Yeah. Yeah, sure. NEET 2018 question, which is like location of the nephron. Yeah. Which part of the nephron is comes under medullary part? Which part of nephron comes under medulla? Comes under medulla. First A, PCT, DCT, B, PCT, Henle loop, and next C, Henle loop, collecting duct, D, and Henle loop, DCT, Henle loop. This is the PYQ. Which part of the nephron comes under medulla? Henle loop, collecting duct. Yes, very good. This is the answer. Okay. Just look into this. This is comes under medulla. This is comes under medulla. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Each kidney has nearly 1 million complex tubular structures called nephrons, which are functional units. Each nephron has two parts, glomerular and a renal tubule. And glomerular is the tough capillary formed by efferent arteriole, a fine branch renal artery. Okay? Efferent arteriole is the branch of renal artery. Blood from the glomerular is carried away by efferent arteriole. The renal tubule begins with a double wall cup-like structure called Bowman's capsule, which enclosed to the glomerular. Okay? Yeah, glomerular along with Bowman's capsule called Malpighian tube or renal tube. Okay? Yes. The tubule continues further to form a highly coiled network called proximal convoluted tube, and the hairpin shaped Henle loop is next part of the tubule, which has descending Henle loop and ascending Henle loop. Ascending Henle loop continues as another highly coiled tubular called distal convoluted tube, which is DCT. DCT form many nephrons open into the straight tubes called collecting duct. Collecting ducts they can collect collect urea from the all nephrons. Okay, together nephrons all over they are contact with DCT. Okay, yeah, many of the converge and open into the renal pelvis through the medullary pyramids in the calyces. Finally, they enter into the ureters. Okay, yes. And nephrons are two types. Nephrons are two types. This is important. Cortical nephrons and juxtamedullary nephrons. Okay, based on the length of the they enter into the medulla or cortex. Some nephrons are located in the cortex and some nephrons are medulla. Okay, yeah. Cortical nephrons. The majority of the nephrons in the loop of Henle is too short. It is extend very little into the medulla. Such nephrons called cortical nephrons. Just look into the diagram. This is high dense part is medulla. This is light part is cortex region of the kidney. So, this is Henle loop very short in the cortical nephrons. Okay, Henle loop. Along with Henle loop, there is a network, capillary network we can call vasa recta. The capillary network, the capillary tube which is covered Henle loop called vasa recta, right. So, along with Henle loop, there is a vasa recta also reduced in the cortical nephron. Medullary nephron, the Henle loop is highly coiled, they enter into the medulla. Okay? Yes. If come to this medullary nephrons, these nephrons loop of Henle deep into the medullary part, deep into the medullary part. Okay? Are you guys clear about it? Yep. And the difference between the cortical nephrons and medullary nephrons, this is important for exam point of view. Okay? Yeah. If come to the juxta medullary nephron, it is about the percentage like only 15%, only 15%. Okay, 85% are the cortical nephrons only. 85% mean 8 lakhs, 8.5 lakhs are the cortical nephrons, each kidney, and only 15 lakhs is medullary nephrons. Okay? Yeah. Their glomeruli close to the margin to the cortex, of course, they enter into the medulla. They are larger in size. This is important. Okay? Loop of Henle is very long and extended to the deep medulla. I am talking about juxtamedullary nephrons. Okay? Yes. They control plasma volume when water supply is short. This is the most important for NEET. Most important for NEET. Okay? If come to the cortical nephrons, glomerular lie in the cortex region. They are smaller in size and Henle loop are very short, extended only little into the, either they can reduce or they can little extend into the medulla. Okay? They can control plasma volume when the water supply in the normal. Write it. Take the screenshot, you guys, online guys. Okay? Yeah. I hope you guys understand it is very little thing. Okay? There is no concept here. Just differentiate between the nephrons. Yeah. It is about nephron. The efferent arteriole emerging from the glomerular from a fine capillary network around the tubule called peritubular capillary, which is the work of peritubular capillary is what? Only they can give the oxygen into the nephrons. Okay? And as well they involve in the osmoregulation. They can involve in the, that is ionic concentration for the reabsorption or secretion into the renal tubule from the renal tubule. Okay? They can ask you such questions. Okay? Yeah. And the Malpighian capsules, PCT, DCT nephrons are situated in the cortical region of the kidney and the loop of Henle deep into the medulla. Yeah, we discussed, right? That is vasa recta is what? Okay? Yeah. This is all over about the simple topic about nephron, guys. Okay? We are going to discuss a new topic I will take from the nervous system tomorrow. Okay? So, we will going to discuss about nervous system tomorrow. Guys, you have to stay tuned with this NEET World. Okay? We will give you best. Thank you.